Welcome back, everyone. Thanks for tuning in again. Today we're going to go through my office setup, and everything's a work in progress, but I figured I should, give a little glimpse into how I set my tech up in my office and just my overall setup, because maybe it would give some of you some inspiration or ideas for your own setup. So with that, let's jump into the first thing, and that's my exercise equipment. I believe Dave Ramsey said that exercise equipment was in the top 3 purchases that people regret the most. However, I've really appreciated having exercise equipment in my office, especially during the COVID-19 times, because, you're stuck inside a lot of days, and it's great to be able to get a workout in and stay physically active, even though a lot of times we're being asked to stay at home due to the pandemic. One thing I find super helpful is buying weight equipment used, whether that's at some in-person store or buying online. I tried to do this so that I could save as much money on the majority of my weight equipment. However, since I bought some of this during the pandemic, adjustable dumbbells really got expensive, so that was one thing I had to spend a little extra on. However, most of this stuff you can just buy at Amazon or your local weightlifting store, so it's nothing too incredibly fancy. It's shown later on, but I keep my adjustable dumbbells and my cable machine attachments next to my refrigerator on the other side of the room. To address the elephant in the room, I put plywood down over the whole entire bedroom's floor because that was recommended when putting a weight set in a room with carpet. Apparently it helps to just not damage the carpet below, keep that padding that's under the carpet in better condition, and also maybe help from cracking any sort of layers below. I don't know if there's a whole lot of merit to that, but I did it anyways. The benefit is it helps my office chair roll a lot smoother. With my wife not having her own proper desk and working from home more frequently now due to the pandemic, I thought it beneficial to build a supplemental space to store some of my extra things, as well as a built-in desk for her so she could do her work and also enjoy the outdoors. It wasn't feasible for me to put my desk next to the window, so I figured I'll build one so that she can enjoy that. A dual purpose to having this built-in desk was to save space in the center of the room. Since an Olympic bar is roughly 7 feet long, I needed extra space on either side of the weight rack so that you could still bench or squat. So that's why this desk was built into this window nook, so that she had plenty of space to work while also maintaining that flexible space that was needed for accessing the desk but also using the weights. If you haven't seen my build video for this desk, I'll link it in the top right corner, but it's just walnut stained pine that I joined together and then use brackets to create this floating mount for it. Maybe in the future I'll add a docking station setup with a monitor for this, but right now all that's used is a 15-inch MacBook Pro at this desk. Since my mini fridge is counter height, we needed to use one of our old bar stools as a seat for this desk, and that's why it's a little bit higher than your conventional desk. Even though this desk is protected with a coating, my wife enjoys using these special coasters we got on our honeymoon in England. Another unique item on this desk, along with the coaster, is this custom-built copper piping lamp that I built for my wife when we were still dating, and I think the Edison bulb look is still very cool. Some fake IKEA plants are a staple, and an artsy national parks calendar for recording birthdays and upcoming trips. Probably my favorite part about this area, though, is really the utilization that it provides. This outlet has been fantastic for designating a place where I can charge all the batteries I use in my camera and gimbal, as well as charging my Apple Watch here. It's just been super convenient to have a space that's not on my main desk where I can put these items to charge. In addition to charging things over on this section, I also just keep my everyday carry items over there when I'm not running out and about and I'm just sitting and working at my desk. Now we transition to the least exciting corner where I store my weight equipment and where my mini fridge is located, storing all of my refreshments in a cool environment. And above the mini fridge, I just have a paper tray and my printer. So like I said, this corner is really not that exciting. Above the counter height space, I have these different pictures which have different locations in Minneapolis and throughout Minnesota, and I just really enjoy having these pictures because I think they add to the aesthetic. Alright, I just got to get out in front of this before anybody says anything in the comments, but I realize that my cable management isn't perfect, and honestly I've really been struggling to figure out how to do this so that it looks really nice with my Ethernet cable and my power cable, which have to be flexible when I put my desk up and down. So my cable management is also a work in progress, and hopefully it'll get better as my build improves. For the time being, my trash can sits on the left side under my desk, so out of sight, out of mind, I guess you would say, but I removed it so you all could see what it looked like. I'll link the video to this desk up in the top right, but this desk is a Carlby countertop from IKEA and Autonomous's DIY Smart Sit Stand Desk legs, I believe, and this has been a great desk so far and I haven't had any complaints. Another contributor to my poor cable management is all of these free floating cables that I have for whatever purpose they may serve at the time. I've got a lightning cable and a micro USB cable, as well as a USB port for my desktop. I feel like the mood's slowing down, so let's speed it up a little bit. This is a Starbucks mug that I bought when I was on a trip in Seattle, and for some reason there's a hole in the bottom of it, so I just use it to keep pencils and pens in. Since I'm a student, this comes in really handy to have those at ease of use and very accessible. Then I also use these Bose speakers just for casual music and video watching. And this is my Yeti. I keep that on hand because I love water and I really enjoy cold water, so Yetis do a great job of keeping my water cold. I use a Logitech keyboard and mouse that I have had for a couple of years now, and it works really great. I can't complain. I use two monitors, a 27-inch 165Hz monitor, and then this ultra-wide 34-inch monitor, which is mainly just used like a second monitor. And all of that is powered by my small form factor mini ITX PC build, and I have a video on this on my channel. I'll link it in the top right. There will be an update video for this build coming soon. I also keep that blue snowball mic just sitting on my desk at all times to use for my Zoom calls and classes. I don't know how the really minimalist setups function without storage, but I use these upright drawer systems from IKEA, and they've been great for just having additional storage and easy access for pens and papers and cables and things of that nature. I don't have a ton of desk decorations, but I do like this architecture series that LEGO has, and Falling Water is a cool location I've visited since I enjoy Frank Lloyd Wright's architecture. Another nice little hidden feature that I have is I've mounted my subwoofer under the desk for my speakers, as well as put my headphones on this little pipe hook under the desk, so it keeps things a little bit more clean. I think that wraps up the majority of my setup. If you have any questions about something I didn't mention, please feel free to comment down below, as well as I'll be trying to link as many items in here as I can in the description. If you're not following me on Instagram, I'd really encourage you to do so because I post on there fairly regularly, as well as giving video updates. So with that, I hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you really enjoyed it, and consider subscribing if you want to see more content like this. I'm so thankful for the continued growth that we've seen lately, and we just passed 2,500 subscribers, so this is just super exciting to me, and I hope I can continue to bring awesome content for you all. And as always, comment down below if you have any specific content that you would really like to see. So thanks again for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.